Hey everybody, thank you for joining us. I'm CJ Colt, the Sassy Last Cook. We have a lot of stuff for you today. Mom and I are going to be cooking here in our beautiful green food trailer. Mom? What are you doing?
I can't hear you.
She can't hear me. We're on. Can you bring whatever you got and come back in here?
Well, I only got two.
Well, no, I picked a couple the other time. She's out picking apples for our dessert
Here.
for tonight. They look nice, Mom.
They're beautiful apples, but
Talk louder.
they're nice apples, but there aren't very many left.
No, the deer probably got most of them.
Well, you know, once they drop in those, that tree, to my knowledge, has never been pruned. Now this one out in back is another animal, but I think it's full of stings and stings and apples.
So
Yeah.
here's what our recipes are going to be today. I wrote them down so I don't forget what we're making. We're going to do a grilled chicken. These are flip pans. Squish yourself up in there, Mom. You're little enough. These are flip pans. They cook all your food up at a rapid rate. They're a slow pressure, low pressure cooker. We can do chicken and fish and salmon and all kinds of stuff in those on an induction burner because you want to make sure that you have the right heat source and the pans. These are really nice because they're all coated. They're PFOA, ABCD, whatever they are. Yes, so they're safe to use.
Yeah.
And we're going to do a chicken in there. We're going to teach you how to do a compound butter with our own special spices. It's going to have tomatoes and lime and white wine and butter in there with some broccoli. We're going to serve it. If you have any leftover pasta, we're going to serve it over leftover pasta. And then we're going to do a salmon for you, a wild-caught salmon, and we're going to also use it in a different flip pan so you can see how you need to use that for that. There are two different settings that you would use for these. And we're also going to show you what butter compound we're going to use on there, and that will also be our rosemary mix-up spice that we have. We're going to do grilled Brussels parm skewers. We're going to do the grilled apples that Mom was just picking, and we're going to use it on a sweet bourbon glaze over the apples. So,
It works.
it works. So, anyway, this is Mom,
Hello.
and her name is Maxine, and I'm CJ, or Colleen Joe, however you'd like to do it. It doesn't really matter. We're going to pause for just a minute. I'm going to get everything out here so that we can start prepping everything up, and we'll be back with you in just a moment.
I'm up for that.
Okay. Okay, so we're back. Now, the flip pan is on. You want to heat this. It's induction. And so this metal ring on both sides gets really, really hot. So you want to heat this up as much as you can, and then you'll flip it back over, and we're going to sear up this salmon. And Mom asked me, do I always keep a paper towel there? Well, yes, I do, because it's not going to burn you. It won't burn anything. You can cook on it.
And it's not going to burn your pot.
No, I just put that between here and there.
So I didn't have to worry about us catching your
No, you don't have to worry about it catching on fire.
Okay.
Just talk up a little louder, Mom.
Are you cooking through this?
Yeah, I'm cooking through it right now. That's the beauty about these.
It's not going to make a cold spot?
No. Nope. Feel how hot that is, just quickly.
Yes. Good thing I trust you.
No, it's not going to do anything. This is safe for kids to cook in, that's why I use these. And you always want to have the right cookware, and you always want to, I've stressed this a million times, and you want to have the right heat source. So anyway, we'll take that out, put that back there. That's just to catch water, Mom, because when this thing starts steaming.
Oh, yeah.
Once it gets to 10 pounds
Oh, that has the little trough back there.
Once it gets to 10 pounds of pressure, that's when it's going to
Yeah.
come up. Okay, so what we're going to do for you now is we're going to do a compound butter. Do you know how to do a compound butter, Mom?
All right. You mix some spices into the butter.
Good, I'm going to let you do that.
That's easy.
There you go. You're in charge of this, and I'm going to put the
All right,
spices
you've
in.
made this before. How much do you want to do? A special
Shake
amount to put in?
shake that up real well. These are our own spices. Show the camera, Mom, before you open it. That's the
Sassy Last Cook.
Sassy Rosemary
mix-up.
All right, so you're gonna you have a pretty big piece of salmon here.
Yeah,
Let me put a glove on because I don't want to touch this until I put a glove on.
So you want it pretty spicy.
Well, you got to turn towards the camera, Mom, so they can see what you're doing.
So you want it pretty spicy.
Pretty much. Well, you got to look
you
at.
can see this.
This is the size we got going, and this piece of salmon is a wild caught piece of salmon, so it's not pink like the ones that are farm raised. Oh, that's
It
beautiful.
looks a little pink.
A little bit pink. Well, salmon.
All right, now is there a reason why I'm just supposed to sprinkle this over? What about if somebody doesn't know what they're doing? They want to make compound butter. I guess they would be smart enough just to add a little bit at a time.
Yeah, you can't go wrong with this. Turn it sideways so they can see.
Yes, you can't go wrong with it because I've done it. So I'm a master at doing things.
Keep going. That's nowhere near enough. Because you want to get a coating, you want to get crispy stuff on it.
I
would say that. Let's see what we got.
Let's see what
I would.
That's a start. That's what I think.
And we're just using the paper plates from the rig here.
Is there a reason why I didn't read a ceramic bowl?
No, because we can just throw this away.
Okay. Works for me. All right.
All right.
Don't you think we need a little more?
Yeah, I do. I'm going to flip this pan over to get the other side hot because that's going to be the side we're going to cook on. Yeah, because you can't go wrong with these spices. These are just... They're
user friendly.
Just beautiful.
Yeah.
All right, I have this for the salmon. I have a clean one for veggies. I'm going to put that there, Mom. Move this bowl back.
This is going to be one spicy.
Yeah, but it has to be, Mom. And I also need to... Gotta get some of the...
Okay, I've mixed enough.
All right, we also have the Sassy Simple Season. We're going to use some of that directly over this, Mom.
Are you using lemon on? You're going to use lemon on the fish?
At the end, we'll use it at the end.
I need to go get something for my hands.
What do you mean? I got paper towels right here.
Where?
Right up here in the front where you haven't got to run so far.
Oh, I didn't see them.
All right, so here's what we've got. Back up a little bit, Mom.
Yep.
All right, so we've got the salmon. We put some salt. This is the Sassy salt. It's got white pepper and sea salt and some nutmeg. Nutmeg makes everything blend in.
I'm telling you, this nutmeg in this spice just makes the dish. Doesn't it, Tom?
Oh, it does.
Yeah.
You got to have it. The nutmeg takes and it blends everything. Yep. So what we're going to do is I just have extra virgin olive oil here. I like to pat it down a little bit. Now don't do it on the other side though, because the other side is the skin, and you want that to get crispy and brown, and it's a safe zone. So you don't want to do anything with that yet. This is the part. Always cook face down. Your presentation side is going to go face down first. So you want to get your brown in there. Oh, she's looking good now. Okay. All right, Mom. I'm going to take this. This is why I wear a glove. It's so much easier and more sanitary. You can just take that and just put it right here on top of that little butter thing in the sink. Okay. And just leave it there, and I'll wash that for the next segment. So anyway, all you're going to do, how simple is this? This doesn't take rocket science, guys. Really, honestly. If you're cooking in your own house, I make a trough in the center of this. I hollow out a piece only because that's just how I do it. You can do it however you'd like. Jeez!
I just wanted to say
You're
that
like a little sneaky thing.
I just wanted to say I'm not a fish cooker, and I'm not necessarily a fish lover. But I'll tell you what, the first time I had this, she cooked it, and it is outstandingly good. It's just...
There's the sear.
It's wonderful.
Close it down. Now I'll sear that at... Alright, I started at 1200 watts on that, and now I'm down to 900 watts. So we gotta go down to 900 at this point, because that way you don't overcook, but you're gonna get a beautiful sear. Wait till you see how that looks on there. And we will...
Need more oil?
What, hun?
Need more oil?
No!
Good.
No. Just put it up on the top up there, because I will need it for the chicken possibly.
Okay.
I'm not sure.
Perfect. I'm the cleaner-upper.
She's the cleaner-upper.
Yeah, I can't go too far wrong with that.
So, Mom, explain to them what you know about compound butter.
I've tried a lot of compound butters. In fact, I have a compound butter collection, and I think one of my favorites is cranberries and walnuts and honey and some.
When did you ever do that one?
Oh,
I never had that.
Oh, this is wonderful on toast. I'm not even talking about,
I never had that one. I didn't even know you did that.
Oh, it is so good, but the problem is everybody wants to eat so much of it that nobody eats any of it, and then it just sits there. So, and I don't eat a lot of I know you want it that.
Just to give you a show, so you know how far you're coming along when you're doing this. That brown butter on there, just let it go. She's not done yet. You want that fish to be halfway through with the translucent part of that being gone. And then you'll know when to flip her. She's not ready yet, though. You gotta keep watching. You can't just follow a recipe. Oh, it's all you ever do is follow a recipe.
What's the difference between translucent and
Cooked.
opaque?
I don't know. You're the
Well,
teacher.
there you are, and there. I'm not so sure you just didn't use it.
Opaque? What did I use? Translucent.
You use translucent. My idea of translucent is what happens to a fish after it's cooked. It's opaque. It has a.
It's flaky.
Yeah. Okay. Flaky. That's.
Don't even. I know where you're going with that. I knew you were going there with it.
Well, I tried.
All right, so I'm looking at my list here, making sure we got everything going on, because I don't want you guys to miss anything. Oh, I know. Here, I'll put the list straight. I'll put it here, and then I can see it.
Do that.
With the chicken, we're not doing anything with this, actually. We're going to do, all the vegetables will come in later on, because magic of television, Alyssa will make sure that all of this stuff just says, hey, she did all that at the same darn time.
You think?
Yeah, she's a good girl. All right, Mom. Out of the way, because you're right in the middle of the
Yeah, I usually
fish.
am. But did you notice how adeptly I made that compound butter?
Yeah, that
And
came
I
out really-
didn't even need a recipe.
No, but I'm surprised, because normally you
Uh-uh.
don't ever add enough anything in there.
Well,
Most of your stuff, you never add enough anything.
that's how.
The chicken, we're going to use our coconut lime spice, and we'll explain to you why. we're
Do
gonna
I
use
like that?
I think you do. We created it. I'm hoping that you do. And
this
we're
it?
also going to use some of our homemade garlic, too. It's all right, Mom. It just pills up like that because you got milk in it, coconut milk in it. It's still fine.
It smells good.
All right, let me get my flipper here and take a look.
I'm not a coconut aficionado, but I do
All
like.
right, Mom, get out of the way of the dish here.
Sorry.
You can keep talking. They can hear you. Just keep talking to
Well,
them.
I don't want to. I don't want to interfere with the cooking.
Oh,
It looks good.
my gosh. We should have smell-o-vision. I'm not kidding.
Yeah, you're right.
Anyway, what else would you like to talk about, Mom? What did I...
Well, we have a spice line of about, about 5 spices. We had a few minutes here. Now what are you
Yeah,
going
we'll
to
show them a picture of them. Yeah, I'll bring it up.
What are you going to, which ones are you using next?
I just used the Sassy Simple.
Yeah.
I used the rosemary mixed up. For the chicken, we're going to use the spicy hot. We're going to use the original for the Brussels sprouts, and we're going to use the
And then we have the original.
and the coconut. Well, the original will go on the Brussels sprouts.
Yeah, well,
So let me.
what's this little thing on the end?
That's the garlic that guy dries for me in Skodak.
Oh, that's that granulated
Yeah, it was-
garlic?
yeah.
Oh, there's nothing like
Oh, this is
organic granulated garlic.
And you guys can do it right on your wood stove in the wintertime. So explain all that, Mom. I'm trying to find a stinking
Well,
picture.
I've never done it.
You've never done it?
I've never dried garlic. I have a
Just talk
dehydrator.
about it.
I have a
don't care.
dehydrator.
So they can dehydrate it.
I had a wood stove too, but I never used it for that. But I would just take the garlic. You know what? I would take the garlic and I would slice it in thin slices, put it in your dehydrator, and that's a whole other thing when we get into dehydrators because there's so many different kinds. You have the round ones where your heat comes up like this and everything keeps getting damp and wet.
That's the food. There they all are.
Yeah.
Sassy Let's Cook Spicy Essentials. Okay, keep talking. I gotta flip this.
And then the dampness keeps coming up, so you have to keep rotating your trays and bringing them up, and however long it takes. I have one of the dehydrators that the fan comes from the back. It has 9 trays, I think.
All right, she's ready to go over. Hold on 1 second, Mom.
Okay.
All right, gang, you're gonna have to look from afar.
Oh my gosh! Oh, look at that's beautiful. That's beautiful.
Oh, really?
I could have done that.
Watch out! I'm coming with hot. There you go.